Level 1. The Curious Goldfish. This is where it all begins. You're just poking around, testing the waters, dipping your fins in something new. Maybe it's that first sip of beer at a party, your first puff of a vape, or even your first scroll through TikTok when you swore you'd just check it out. At this stage, it doesn't feel like addiction. It feels like curiosity. You're a goldfish in a bowl, swimming in circles, fascinated by that one new shiny thing in the tank. Oh wow, look at this little hit of dopamine. Fun! And then you swim on like nothing happened. The funny part? Most people think this stage doesn't count. They'll say, come on, I just tried it once, it's not a big deal. And sometimes they're right, but the brain doesn't forget. Your brain keeps a receipt of that shiny little feeling, storing it for later like, hey, remember how good that was? We should do it again sometime. That's the sneaky part of level 1. It's not dangerous, it's not life-ruining, it's just an introduction, a handshake between your brain and the thing you just tried. And even though you're still swimming free, the hook has been dangled in the water. Addiction rarely starts with, I'm going all in. It starts with a curious goldfish who doesn't yet realize the fishbowl is about to shrink.
Good morning, Goldie. Good morning, Goldie. Good morning, Goldie.
Level 2. The Weekend Warrior. This is where things start to get scheduled. You're not addicted. No way, you're just saving it for the weekend. You've convinced yourself it's all about balance. Monday through Friday, you're a saint. But come Friday night, oh boy, you're transforming into a different species. The Weekend Warrior doesn't think they have a problem. In fact, they love pointing out how disciplined they are during the week. They'll say stuff like, I only drink on Fridays, or I only smoke when I'm out with friends, as if addiction cares what day of the week it is. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. At this level, the habit is tied to fun. It's the thing that makes the party better, or the reason you look forward to the weekend in the first place. Without it, Friday night feels kind of boring, and that's the trap. You're still in control, kind of. You can still say no, but deep down, your brain has started to make an association. Weekend equals reward. Think of it like a little dopamine holiday you take every Saturday. The problem? Holidays have a way of getting extended. First, it's Saturday only, then Friday and Saturday. Then, well, Sunday brunch counts too, right? Before you know it, every day starts to look suspiciously like the weekend. For now though, you're the weekend warrior, fighting your battles only 2 days a week. But don't worry, level 3 is waiting patiently with open arms. Level 3, the sneaky snack.
Carlton.
This is where addiction starts playing hide and seek. You're not doing it all the time, at least not in a way people notice, but you're sneaking little bites, sips, scrolls, or hits whenever you can. The sneaky snack stage feels harmless. You tell yourself, it's just a quick one, or I deserve a little treat, as if tiny portions don't add up. But here's the thing, they always add up. One quick snack at work, another while waiting in traffic, one more before bed. Suddenly your day looks like it's been sprinkled with addiction breadcrumbs. The funniest part? You've started developing little rituals to cover your tracks. Gum to hide the smell, brightness turned down on your phone at 3 a.m, or the classic, oh, I was just checking something for work. The sneaky snack lifestyle is basically a secret relationship with your habit. You don't admit you're seeing each other, but everyone can tell you're dating. At this stage, your brain is learning how to chase dopamine without waiting for the official time. It's no longer tied to weekends or special events. It's sneaking in whenever it can, and that's when it starts to quietly reshape your routine. You think you're still in charge, but really, you're just feeding the beast, one snack at a time. Don't worry though, level 4 is where the relationship goes public. Level 4, the roommate that won't leave. Congratulations. You've officially moved in with your addiction. At this point, it's no longer sneaky snacks or special occasions. Nope. This thing has unpacked its suitcase, stolen half your closet space, and is eating your cereal without asking. You don't schedule the habit anymore. The habit schedules you. It's there when you wake up, lurking around in the afternoon, and whispering goodnight before you sleep. And just like that clingy roommate who never pays rent, it's now part of your daily environment, whether you like it or not. The craziest part, you start adjusting your life around it. Friends want to hang out. You think, okay, but how do I fit my habit in? Got an early morning tomorrow? One more won't hurt. You're negotiating with it like a hostage situation. At this stage, denial is strong. You'll say stuff like, I can stop whenever I want, as you reach for it. Again. Or the classic, it's not that bad, at least I'm not doing insert worse addiction here. Spoiler, That's exactly what the worst addiction people once said too. Your brain now treats the habit like background music. It's always playing, even if you pretend you're not listening. And just like that roommate blasting bad EDM at 2 a.m, it's starting to mess with your peace of mind. But buckle up, because level 5 is where the addiction stops being a roommate and becomes the boss. Level 5, the bossy boss.
I built this me, brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another talk. Drive, motherfucker!
At this level, the addiction isn't just a roommate anymore, it's your manager, and not a cool, supportive manager. Oh no. This is the type of boss that emails you at 2 a.m. and says, "Need this done ASAP." Your habit is now giving out orders. It doesn't ask you if you want it, it tells you when it's time. You're in class, at work, at a family dinner, doesn't matter. Your addiction taps you on the shoulder and goes, "Hey buddy, do it now." And you obey. This is the stage where cravings start bossing your brain around. You can't focus, you can't relax, you can't even think straight until you check in with your habit. It's like working under a tyrant. You hate it, but you're too scared not to listen. You'll also start making excuses to sneak it in. Bathroom breaks become suspiciously long. Your errands are suddenly urgent, and your friends start noticing because it's obvious when your bossy little addiction is running the show. The worst part? The boss doesn't even pay you. In fact, it takes your money, your time, your energy, and then yells at you for not doing enough. Sounds like a toxic workplace, right? That's because it is. And here's the kicker. Just when you think, okay, maybe I should quit, your brain pulls out the resignation letter and your addiction rips it up. Because guess what? By level 6, you're not just working for the addiction, you're chained to it. Level 6, the prison guard. By this stage, your addiction has traded in its office badge for a set of keys and a baton. You're no longer free, you're locked inside the schedule your habit decides. This isn't about wanting it anymore, it's about needing it just to feel normal. You wake up, and before you can even say good morning to the world, your brain is already screaming, "Where's my fix?" And here's the scary part. You don't even enjoy it like before. It's not fun anymore, it's maintenance. Like refueling a car that leaks gas every 5 minutes. You're just trying to stop the shakes, the fog, the irritation. Your habit holds the keys, and every day feels like asking for permission to function. Social life, ruined. Health, crumbling. Money, gone. And yet, the prison guard in your head doesn't care. It just paces back and forth, tapping the bars, making sure you never escape. Even if you try to break free, withdrawal shows up like riot control. Headaches, mood swings, cravings that hit harder than a heavyweight boxer. So you stay in the cell because freedom feels scarier than the chains. At this point, the addiction isn't whispering anymore, it's barking orders, and your brain is too tired to fight back. But here's the thing, if you don't find a way out now, level 7 makes the prison guard look like a kind babysitter. Level 7, the parasite.
We are Venom. On second thought, please.
Eddie? What was that?
Oh, I have a parasite. Yeah. Name is Chen.
Parasite?
Yeah.
This is where your addiction stops being a habit and starts being a living creature that feeds off you. It's like a parasite that moved in, stole your fridge space, and now eats before you do. At this stage, it's not just affecting your mood or wallet, it's rewiring your entire brain chemistry. The addiction actually lives in your nervous system now. You're no longer making choices. The parasite is. You don't even ask, should I do it today? It's automatic, like brushing your teeth. Only instead of toothpaste, it's poison. Your health, downhill. Your relationships, strained or gone. Your goals and ambitions, collecting dust in somatic because the parasite whispers, forget all that, just feed me. And here's the worst part, it gaslights you, makes you believe you can't survive without it. Like, oh, you're stressed, you need me. Or, feeling lonely, I'll fix that. The parasite makes itself look like your best friend while secretly draining every ounce of energy, money, and time you've got. People start noticing. They don't see you anymore. They see the parasite pulling your strings. And when someone tries to help, you get defensive. Not because you want to, but because the parasite convinces you to protect it. By this point, you aren't living with addiction. Addiction is living with you. And trust me, it doesn't pay rent. Level 8, that's where things stop being funny. Because the parasite doesn't just live with you anymore. It becomes you. Level 8, the black hole. This is the final stage, the boss level. The place where addiction isn't just a parasite anymore. It's a full-blown black hole. And black holes don't live with you, they consume you. At this stage, the addiction doesn't just take your time, money, and health, it eats your entire identity. Everything you used to love, gone. Hobbies, friendships, dreams, all swallowed. The black hole has one rule. feed me, or nothing exists. Your life starts orbiting around the addiction like a doomed planet. You wake up thinking about it, you go to bed with it, and every decision in between bends toward its gravity. There's no balance anymore. It's not you and your addiction. It's just the addiction. And whatever tiny scraps of you are left floating in the void, the scary part. Black holes don't just destroy you, they pull others in too. Family, friends, co-workers, they get sucked into the chaos. They try to help, but the closer they get, the more the gravity drags them down. And here's the harsh truth, the black hole doesn't give. It only takes. Energy, money, trust, love, years of your life. It doesn't matter. Nothing escapes. But here's the flicker of light. Black holes aren't unbeatable. They're terrifying, yes, but people do escape. With help, with brutal honesty, with support systems, with treatment. It's possible to break free of the pull. Hard, beyond words. But impossible? Never. Because the one thing stronger than a black hole, a decision to finally stop feeding it. So which level are you stuck in right now? Be honest. Drop it in the comments. I'll be making more videos like this, breaking down big ideas into funny but brutally real levels. So stick around for the ride. Peace out.